What is going on, y'all? Welcome to the Joel Friday TV podcast. I am Joel Friday. Bienvenido. Welcome to the show. It's Tuesday, so you know what that means. We're live on YouTube and on Instagram. What's up, Instagram and YouTube? Amazing stuff. Do me a favor before we get started. Hit that like button, smack it, lay the smack down on like, subscribe, and share button. Tell your peoples about the show so we can get the subscribers up and the message out. Do it now, please. Por favor. Also, topics to be covered today. What are we talking about? What are we getting into today? I'm going to tell you how a man should treat a woman. Oh, we getting into it. We getting into it today. I got some clips to show you guys. Oh, we're getting into it. How a man should treat a woman. Because this topic ain't talked about enough. At least I ain't hearing it. So we're going to get into it today. It is a talk show, so you can call in at 888-775-3773, and we could talk about the topics at hand or past shows, whatever. We can get into it. We got some calls on the line waiting here. So I will get to callers. Be patient for me. So let me lay the groundwork a little bit, and I will get to your calls as soon as possible. There are lines that are open as well. Make sure you get in ASAP, y'all, so I don't run out of time and I can't get to you. So make sure you call in. 888-775-3773 for whatever reason. As you guys know, if you cannot call in, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/JoelFridayTV and send your question or comment there, and I can read them live on air. Or go to the chat box and hit the super chat button, and you can send your question or comment there, or just support the show. And I appreciate the support. So you do have those options as well. Amazing stuff. Let's get right to it. Let's not waste any time. Yeah, I've been wanting to get to this for a little while because it's definitely some information that is not, I'm not seeing this in the public. I am not seeing this in the public. And I'm still learning about this myself, but it's time to speak on it. You know what I mean? And I also want to hear what you guys think about it. Instagram, YouTube, let me know what you guys are doing. How you guys doing? What's up, moderators? Are my mods holding it down? Shout out to my mods. Amazing stuff. So let's get to it. How a man should treat a woman. So I realized that in the world today, everybody's just out of control. All people are out of control, right? And it's because all people are just trying to figure life out. People are just lost, just trying to find their way, make sense of life, and really find love, right? But nobody really knows what love is. And the only way to restore balance to the earth is we have to find love and be of love. So the way a man treats a woman is with love, right? So I know we all know that. Everybody knows that, you know. But everybody kind of just tosses around the word love. And not nobody, right? But a lot of people just don't know what that means. What is love? What is love? Right? What does it mean? How do you give it? How do you be of it? I'm going to explain what I believe love is and how you can give it to, according to the topic today, how do you love a woman? Love is doing the right thing by her, by all people in general. But let's stay on topic. Love is doing the right thing. So when you're in a relationship or your family or whatever it is, but you show love to the person, right? You do the right thing by them. So if you're in a relationship, all love is doing the right thing. Sometimes the right thing is just listening. Sometimes the right thing is laying down or putting your foot down. Let's just put it like that. Putting your foot down. And sometimes it's being straight up and honest, and sometimes it's being kind and gentle. But the point is doing the right thing. And if you're aware of yourself and you're seeking, you'll know and see what the right thing to do in front of you is to do. Don't try to plan and think of all the right things you could say and do. No, that's off. You just do what's in front of you to do. When you do that, that's how you love the other person. That's how you love a woman. And women, all people, right? But women, especially from they're craving for a man to be a man, right? They're craving for a man to be a man and to love her properly. So they act like they don't want to be put in their place. They act like they want to be a boss, but that's not what they really want. Why? Because deep down within them, their actual true self is subject to men, subject to God, right? But men represent God. And women have God within in them as well, but men have authority, natural authority. That's just a part of the order. So women crave for God through men, even if they don't know it. But we have bad examples of men. We don't have good examples of men. Men not showcasing that love. Men not being of love. Even when the women don't want it, even when she don't like it, even when she can't see it. Our job as men is only to be right. That's our only job. And being right and doing right is love. What is hate? I'll tell you hate. Hate is emotion. Hate is feelings. Ha ha ha. That's important too. Anytime you're in this emotional thing you think is love, anytime you're in the feelings part of it, as much as you think you mean well, emotions and feelings are pure hatred because they're only about yourself. They're only about you, how it's going to make you feel. It's all about satisfaction. It's not the real deal. So you want to avoid hate. And Satan's mission, this is deep. Maybe I went too deep too quick. Maybe we should have warmed up a little bit. But this is deep. So make sure you guys' ears are open. Satan's mission statement is to deceive and destroy, right? We know that. But what he did, I'm about to reveal the secret. What he did is he said that he was going to imitate everything that God is and everything that God does. So if God has love, then Satan said he's going to imitate a version of love so that you can be deceived by his love and actually grasp it easier, quicker, simpler, not simpler, but quicker, right? Than God's love. So he imitated it so you can go here to the fake one and not the real one, right? And that's exactly what he does in every area of life. Anything that's of God's, he imitated an artificial version of it. So he can deceive you to make you think that one is another. So love today in the world by most people, love defined by the world is the false version, the evil version, which is emotions and feelings. It feels like love and all that. You ask people what they think love is, most people will say it is a feeling. is because they found the imitation love, which is hate disguised as love. Pure evil disguised as love. Isn't that amazing? That's a mission statement, to mimic everything of God so he could trick you to make you believe that it's of God when it's not. That's why us that are waking up, that's why us that are hearing the message are blessed. Because we have an awareness now that we're recognizing when we're in those feelings, in those emotions, recognizing the light is shining on the darkness. And that's the best place to be, because now we're on our way to overcome. But I want to give you guys an example, right? I recently was seeing a lady, and didn't work out, but that's okay. And things were, in the beginning, things were cool, everything was going well. And as soon as I was getting to know this person and I got to know her, and I started to develop more interest, I was liking what I was seeing. As the months were going on, the feelings started coming up. Ooh, feelings were coming up. And as soon as the feelings were coming up, now I recognized them, I seen them, I was recognizing them, right? But I was still feeling them. And as soon as the feelings came up, darkness took over. It made it so much harder to do the right thing. Now, luckily I was aware of it, but even though I was aware of it, I still found myself at times giving into them, right? And when I would give into them, it was still, I would misstep, right? And I wasn't realizing at that moment that I didn't know as clear as I know now, more clearly now than I did then, how the feelings at any point are destructive, because they make you think and do things that are outside of what you should be doing. They make you think about the future. They make you think about making the other person feel good. It makes you want something. And all of those things are outside of the present, right? Now, we don't want to beat ourselves up and be like, man, I have this feeling. What am I going to do? The point is to be aware of it and not go with it. Be aware of it, but don't do your best, right? Because sometimes on the process, things are going to happen. You make mistakes. But the point is to be aware of it and endure it and do your best not to go with it. And when you do, just realize you did and then learn. That's what happened to me. I was going in and, stepping out, going in, stepping out. But the whole time I was aware. And I learned so much. And as soon as I realized, the feelings is what changed the whole dynamic of our whole situation, is when I was able to snap back to the beginning. And that's when I was able to be honest and do the right thing. And though throughout the process I was seeing this person, I was still doing the right thing, right? Even though like I was watching the feelings, I was still doing the right thing and I was still speaking up. And when I was doing that, I realized she was starting to pull back, right? Because it was making her feel uncomfortable. But as I really start to recognize it at the end, and I really was like, snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Then that's when an opportunity arose to tell the cow how to eat the cabbage or something like that. How the cow ate the cabbage. Where an opportunity came up to where I needed to be honest. And I was honest. I did the right thing. And she left. Gone. She dipped. But I was okay. I was okay. Because I knew that I did the right thing and I knew that I showed her love. She just couldn't recognize it. And I planted a seed. That's what's so amazing is that they may not they may not accept it or they may not appreciate it or they may reject it or they may resent you for it. But if you did it in the right way, in the right time, and it was of God, then you planted a seed that may save their life. You know what I mean? And in that moment, I planted that seed and she left or whatever, but I was okay because I knew that I did the right thing and that if she just reflects on that, if she takes the time to just see what was said, then freedom is right on the other side of everything that she was dealing with. So it was a blessing. And I was like, wow, that's deep. And that's when I really, truly, like, furthermore realized that love is doing the right thing and feelings ain't got no part of that. Run away from the feelings by just enduring them. Just going through them. No fight up against them. Don't try to get rid of them. Don't try to hide from them. Don't try to escape from them. Just go through them and let them pass. And the ego's dying. And it's just an amazing thing. So I got a couple clips that I got to show you guys these examples. These examples are so deep. I got to show you guys examples. But before I do that, I'm going to take a couple calls. I'm going to get to the calls. And not give out. Joel trying so hard to talk in generalities and not give out the 401 so it's not relatable. No, I don't mind. I gave you guys a lot of details. But you guys don't also, unless it's appropriate, you guys don't need to know all the details. That's just nosy. You just want to be in the business. But I'm not ashamed to speak on it when it's necessary. My de facto producer Zenny is has Joel taken one call yet? I'm going, Zenny. Let me go to Latin A out of California. Latin A. Welcome to the show. You're on the air. Thanks for holding. Latin A. Oh man. I always hear Latin.
Sorry, I'm here. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Hey Latin A, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine. I'm great. This is the first time I've called into you, so I'm a little bit nervous.
No worries. I appreciate you calling. By
I
the way,
was-
really quick, sorry to cut you. I'm a fan because I always hear you on Nick's show and James' show, and it's an honor that you call my show.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know you even knew I existed. That's great. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Go ahead.
Originally, I called to ask, what do men need to help make them stronger? Okay, because the women and children, and I mean women as in like single women, say like your potential wife, what kind of things do men need to help make them stronger in this world today? Because we are faced with a lot of dilemmas. There are a lot of problems right now. And I did have a discussion with a couple of people a couple of nights ago, and they did say that, we are in a spiritual warfare right now, so it would be good, like, if they were, somehow developing their relationship with God or whatever religion they follow, and exercise to keep their body strong, right? So they need to keep their body strong because health is wealth.
Yeah.
Wealth and our spiritual health, right?
Yeah.
And I think like a third thing would be to like, what I think would be helpful is if we had men who knew their rights and knew their constitutional rights and the laws to help protect them and their families. And, even protect them against like potential drags. Do you know what a strag is by any chance?
No, what's a strag?
Okay.
Explain, educate us, or I guess just me.
I learned this language being in conservative Black spaces on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like a bad word, but it's used to describe women like Fannie Willis.
Oh.
She would be called a strag. She's a strag.
Oh, okay. So now use it how you were using it again before, so I can make sense of what you were saying.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to end up dating a strag like Fannie Willis.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah.
Well, and what was that?
No, go ahead. Finish your point.
And then I was going to say that a lot of Americans have a distorted view of what, like, dating should be like, or what do people court anymore?
No.
And I don't think that young people who are single don't need to have a boyfriend. You don't need to have a girlfriend, unless like you're serious and ready to like get married to look for a wife.
Right. I agree.
And a lot of women in the United States seem to want or expect the man to read their mind, or they expect a guy to like follow like they have this ideal of what a man should be like. And before you even pull up to pick them up for the date or something, it's like they have this scenario, but what's it going to be like, and how they expect you to act and respond and everything. And then if you like do the slightest thing, like, oh, let's say you have a booger hanging out of your nose, she'll like dump you for that,
Yeah, that is so very true. Very true. It's like a checklist that they already pre-prepared on what they think a man should be. And if he doesn't fall onto that checklist, or he doesn't check off those boxes, she's dumping him.
And she's crazy. These women are crazy. Like, unrealistic expectations. They're so they're like in la la land.
Yeah.
But also, it doesn't help that women have access to birth control, because then they think that it's okay to be a hoe. Oh,
right.
Am I not?
No, that's okay. No, you can say it. It's true. And I want to say too is that you're making a interesting point. Is that what's missing is like the heart of everything. And I think that for one, it's true that women have these expectations oftentimes of these men, but yet their lifestyle and the things that they do is all jacked up. But I think that when it comes to men returning, like you were mentioning in the beginning, it's like, yes, they should have all those things that you said, like the working out, know the Constitution, know these things. those are nice things to know, but I think at the heart of it is men have to truly like overcome and return to love and recognize love and at least know what love is and know God. And from there, everything else starts to fall in place. The working out, the Constitution, all these different things are like subsets of the true foundation, which is knowing God, knowing love. And we, until men do that, and until men start to really like commit to enduring and overcoming themselves and facing themselves, facing their ego, then that's when society will start to restore itself. Then there'll be an example. So it really goes down to like really overcoming the wicked heart.
Yeah, Joel, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm in my 30s.
Okay. You're still young. Like if you're at least 35, like that's still young. You still have time to like, work on yourself.
Right.
That when you do meet the next lady, you tell her, this is how it's going to be.
That's
you
right.
see a booger in the clothes, you don't like it, you don't break up with me. You just tell me, here's a Kleenex,
Right. Right. And if she has a problem with that, then she can keep it moving.
She can stop.
That's
Yeah,
right.
she can keep moving.
That's right. I appreciate.
Especially if you have confidence, like
Exactly.
she'll respect you, I think.
Yeah.
She should, unless she's got an ego trip or something.
Well, the crazy thing is too, Latin is that when the man is really a man, the woman, if she's really trying to overcome and seek, she'll recognize the man for what he is, and she'll fall into place because she'll just admire that he's just really a man. She'll be able to see it in him. So, yeah, she'll see the burger, but she was like, you know what? This is a real man here. Let me just let him know that he has a little booger, and I'm gonna keep it moving.
She'll have your back.
Exactly. I appreciate it, Latin. Good call. Thank you for calling me.
Thank you.
Call me again. Any last points? I just got to keep the calls moving here.
I was waiting for you to hang up so I don't click you.
Okay. Thank you, Latin. Appreciate it. Call me again. Oh shoot! I hung up on the wrong person. Yeah, call me again, whoever I hung up on. It was Gray. Man, good call by Latin A. She's right. She's right about what she's saying. And yeah, it's always nice that there's ladies that like recognize this kind of stuff. So appreciate it. I'm gonna get to another call, and then I got to get to these clips, and then the super chats. Lord have mercy, I have time. The Lord is with us. I gotta get these clips because they drive the point home. Like, it's amazing. Let me get to Gray. Gray out of Los Angeles. What's going on, man?
What's going on, Joel? How are you?
All is well. How are you doing?
Good, bro. You know why I love the Joel Friday show? It's because I could be honest.
Right on. That's right.
And anonymous, so nobody knows who I am. But anyway.
Right.
So I think I'm on an interesting position.
Okay.
Not a lot of people are in. So I had kids when I was 16. So
okay.
I was with the mother of my kids when I was 16, and listening to you talk about love and how to love a woman, I think I finally figured it out 15 years later. Because you know how you said that you're on a date and you were honest and you never saw the girl again?
Right.
So with me, I'm honest and I have to see her next week.
Why?
So
why do you have to see her?
Because it's the mother of my kids.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So time passed by and I had to go through it all. I had to go through, breaking up with her and trying to put her down to build myself up for the kids and all these things, right? But you know, as time went by, I had a lot of chances to practice love and be right and be understanding, and I'm just trying to get this point across. But what I'm trying to say is, you know, after all this time, I think I realized, you know, like I truly feel that, because you don't have to be with somebody to love them, right?
No.
So I feel that I'm finally loving this girl the right way, regardless of our situations. I'm not with
your child's mother.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Like, regardless of our situation, we're not together. We haven't been together for a decade.
Yeah.
So, but I'm realizing that, because before it was very like, I was jealous, even though I wasn't with her.
Yeah.
Someone wanted to control her, even though I wasn't with her.
Yeah.
But so basically, like a week ago, I didn't meet him, but I saw this boyfriend that I've been hearing talks about, right?
Yeah.
And it's funny because I saw him, and the devil told me right away, I was like, "Oh, you're better than that guy. Like, you'll kick that guy's ass," and all this stuff, right?
Right.
And then I realized, I was just like first I realized it was the devil just telling me that I'm any better than anybody else.
Right. Exactly.
But then I realized, I was like, I don't feel like I would have 10 years ago if I would have heard the same thing, like, oh, she has a boyfriend. I wouldn't feel that way 10 years ago. I would have probably reacted a different way, but I reacted, I think, the best way. I just realized, I was like, you know what? I wish her the best. I wish she has somebody solid she could go to. I wish this works out. It's not good for women to be alone.
Yeah.
And I just had that realization, and I don't know, I think there's something to be learned here. What do you think?
No, I agree. I think that as long as, you know, like you said, that you're doing the right thing when the moment comes up, and you're watching yourself and realizing, like, you know, I shouldn't be feeling a certain way, because it is your child's mother, and you guys do have a past. And also, this new boyfriend is going to be obviously around your child often. So I think those are things that are going to come up. But like you said, when it comes to the jealousy and all those things, that's obviously from the enemy trying to get you to overreact and all that stuff. But as long as you do the right thing to your baby's mother, whether it be speaking up in a certain way or like whatever the case is, even if she has a boyfriend or not, it's always going to be respectful, because there's no feelings attached there. It should just be based off of you just being honest and not overreacting and letting things be what they need to be. So as long as you're doing that, I think that you're always going to be in the lead.
Yes, yes. I was talking to a friend about that, and he goes like, "Oh, you should have gone up to him and told him, hey, you know, I'm the parent, I'm the father, and if you ever do it," this is my friend talking. He's like, "Oh, I'm the dad, and if you ever do anything, bro, you're gonna be dealing with me." And I was like, "Why would I do that?" I was like, "That sounds like full ego. Like, look, listen here. What do you think?
Crazy.
Should I stay out of even talking to that guy? Like, what do you think?"
I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with like introducing yourself, like, hey, you know, I'm the child's father. I mean, I think that you guys should know each other, considering that this is a person that's going to be around your child.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's nothing wrong with introducing yourself, but you should introduce yourself respectfully and with kindness and with no type of animosity or like I'm watching you type of thing, because that's
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that's not realistic. For one, you're not with the baby's mother anymore.
Yeah.
So you should just approach it like you would approach a random person, with respect and a genuine attitude.
It's crazy, bro, because like I don't, like, I forget what it is to be without kids, because half my life has been with kids. So
Well, how old is if you don't mind saying, how old is
my daughter is 15.
Oh, okay. Teenager.
So I was 15. I'm 30, bro. So I was 15.
Wow. So a young
Yeah, yeah,
parent.
yeah.
Young parent.
Bro, I know. So like, I think about like when I hear you talk about girls, and
Wow.
you tell them the truth, they leave, or you're dating here, and I forget what it feels like to be completely just by myself.
Wow. So what is that?
Yeah. So
If you could say briefly, what has it been like being a dad at 15 to now? Like, what was that process like, and what has it been just trying to understand the whole thing?
man, just everything in between. Like sacrifices, being humiliated because you don't know what you're doing. Um,
Uh,
Mistakes. You wish you knew better. Kids grow up. But I'm so thankful, bro, that I was
yeah,
able to wake up like 5, 6 years ago. Like, of course, with the help of all you guys, I was able to start seeing clearly and start really, living life to the fullest. And
yeah,
my kid had benefited from it. But yeah, it's so crazy. Like, I forget what it is to not have kids, but out of
yeah.
all of this, I learned to, like I said from the beginning of the call, I learned to love this girl like the right way because she's always going to be there. Like she's always going to be a mother of my kids. So
Yeah.
I learned to respect her. No feelings involved, nothing. I don't want to be with her or anything, but we finally come, we met halfway finally. And it's been
Nice.
15 years. So I
Nice.
just want to say, like, I want to encourage the guys who do have, you know, baby moms that they're not with, is to learn to see them as human and not as this, she used to be my girlfriend or anything like that. You need to really practice seeing these people as just another human in your life, not as as your baby mom or this
Yeah. Or
other
an
title.
ex. Or an ex and all these things. Yeah, that's a great
Yeah,
point. Great point.
that's all I got, bro.
I appreciate it. Great. No, that's a great point because then when you look at the titles and you end up treating them according to the title, that's my ex, that's my baby. The feelings are still attached, so you got to
Yes, of
just
course.
forgive and forget. But I appreciate it. Great. Yeah, great points there. Call me again, man.
Appreciate you, bro. All right, appreciate you, bro. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Bye. That's a respect to Gray though because that's well, I mean, we get ourselves in these type of situations, right? To have children young. So it's not like he's a victim or the his girlfriend, baby's mother is a victim either. Not his girlfriend, his baby's mother. But that's tough. Being 15 years old, raising a child, and now she's a teenager and he's still a young man. It's just what a life. But respect to Gray for trying to do things the right way. Let me go to Rick out of Hampton, Virginia. Rick, how's it going? Rick. Rick is at the gas station.
Joel, what's going on? Hey, Joel.
How's it going, Rick?
Hello. Man, I'm going okay, man. What about you?
All is well, man. Thanks for calling.
Man, bless you. I know you got to get on to your next caller, but you know how to treat a woman. I think I'm over that, man, because a lot of times the women like the bad boys, then they get pregnant, 2 or 3 kids, now they want the good guy. We don't want to take over another man's field. You know what I'm saying, Joel?
Yeah. Well, I realized. I'll go ahead. I thought you were done. Go ahead.
No, well, then they want you to y'all need to wife up these single mothers. We don't want to be stepfathers first, and I think they like the. I'd heard one woman say the reason why they like the bad boy because they feel protected by them. They get the confidence about the swag,
Yeah.
That's what I hear.
Yeah. Well, the crazy thing is, Rick, is that swag and all that stuff is a false version. And if a guy is really overcoming and he's really becoming a man, he has that swag that's way greater and confidence that's way more genuine and recognizable than the bad boy swag. So
I totally agree with you, Joel. But
yeah.
Most of the women don't think that. Then again, most of them grow up without fathers, so they really don't know what they're looking for most of the time anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
so only men they see is the ones in their neighborhood, or either the out of control men in their families. That's it.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, and we just keep repeating the cycle over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's
I'm with you on that, Joy. This is a good topic, man, how to treat a woman. But I treat a woman, man, as I want to be treated. Kind. I try and try and lead. I'm married, and I just try and lead my wife with love. I don't try and be a pharaoh or nothing. But
yeah,
if you see me and my wife, you can tell who's the husband, who's the wife, and that's how it
right
should
on.
be.
Yeah,
You shouldn't just get there and say, "God dang, I always know who wear the pants in this relationship."
right, right, right. Well, I appreciate that, Rick. Yeah, I think
No,
the bad boy complex is a popular false reality.
yes, it is, and they like it, and then like I was saying, then they get pregnant by one or two kids. Now they want the good guy who they should have been with in the first place to come wife them up and then take over another man's bills. Man don't want to do that. And then you hear Umar Johnson, Roland Martin talk. Y'all need to wife up these, and then
Yeah.
and Umar Johnson ain't think was taking them.
Right. 100%.
So man, why should you, man? It's a bad deal to me. I know I married my wife with a kid and stuff, and I had a kid too. But for the most part, I would say if you don't have any kids, man or woman, make your own family when you're married.
Yeah.
That's the best way to go.
I agree, Rick. I appreciate it. Thank you,
Appreciate
man.
you guys. Join on Friday. All right, my brother, love you, man. Y'all keep up the good work.
All right, you too. And thanks for calling me earlier so I can get to you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I try to call earlier when you can get to me, man. But sometimes I try and call you. Sometimes the line be busy too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Keep on calling, man, and until I get through. So that's a good thing that your line is busy. That means people are starting to listen at you, Will.
Right on, Rick. I appreciate it.
You, Nick, all of them. James, Jesse, all y'all, man. Y'all put out a good message, man. So I'm doing all I can to support y'all.
Thank you, Rick.
No problem, Joel, man. Keep up the good work. Love you, brother, man. Y'all take care.
All right. You as well. Bye. Right on. 888-775-3773. There are some lines open, but let me get to these clips, y'all. Man, look. This is gonna, look. I'm gonna show you, the first clip I'm gonna show you is, I'm gonna be able to get to super chats and everything. I'm gonna do all this, y'all. And at the end of this hour, watch me. Watch your boy. But look, let me tell you, this first clip I'm gonna play is the problem in the world, like where the weakness lies. Okay? The reason why, and we've all been here, so we don't want to be too judgmental about what I'm going to show you. But this is the problem in society. And if we don't stop behaving this way, it's not going to change. So there's this clip that I found on Instagram. I'm going to play it. Let me pull it up here. This is of a comedian and this girl doing an interview, and I'm going to just play it, and you guys let me know what you think.
Wife went topless on stage recently.
That's a good segue. One of the best segues. Yeah.
How do you feel about that? I mean, I would feel like cool.
I guess the word is furious and cucked. No, I thought it was like the coolest shit I've ever seen. I thought it was like so punk rock and so awesome. Like nudity for me is like there's nothing about it that is like I don't feel that
like,
at all.
Oh my god, boobs.
Like zero. I mean, like listen, if Bert Kreischer had like titty her, that would have been upsetting. I would have called him and her. I would have had a conversation with both of them.
So he said that I love it. He's lying. So basically, his wife is a comedian, it seems like, and she got on stage and took off her shirt and showed her chest out, bare naked upper body out to the world on camera in public and everything. And he was asked, what'd you think about that? And he said, I thought it was so cool. He's lying. He's lying. And that's weakness to its highest degree. That you would not that you would allow a woman to do this, because you can't make her do anything, right? But that you put up with that is what's encouraging women to behave negatively, to go deeper and deeper into the evil nature within. And he sit up there and talk about, I love nudity. Nudity is a high. No, he's just not strong enough to put his foot down. So that's his excuse. And we've been there. And sometimes we find ourselves in that place, but we're waking up, so we're more aware now, right? But the point is, regardless, if you behave that way, waking up or not, that's the very cause of the downgrade of society and why women feel like they want to boss up, because they're not being put in their place. And that man is pure wicked heart of that man for accepting that and then lying about it. And he knows that he does not like that. He knows that, and he knows he's dealing with pure hell, and he knows that he can't do anything about it. Well, he can, but he won't. That's our society in a nutshell. But let me show you this one clip. This is an example. That one was boss up. I'm going to show you boss down. Right? Or an example of bossing down. Instead of a woman bossing up, this is an example of bossing down that women have to start thinking in this way. And let me know what you guys think after this one.
We're so afraid now of being vulnerable and being open and being broken to be rebuilt.
Yes.
Because the message that's being pushed out there is be independent, be empowered, be a boss up. In my humble opinion, when you got a real black man, he ain't falling for the boss up.
That's right.
So, and when you got a real black man, he puts his queen in a position where she don't want to boss up. I love feeling protected. I love feeling that with that man, everything is okay.
Yes.
So it goes both ways. And a lot of us in our community, we haven't been taught how to love. We haven't been taught how it should be in a relationship. We've not been taught those fundamental principles and values. So we got to go back to just the basics.
Man, I rewatched a little bit of that the other day, and it was just so deep to me. That's Monique. If you guys don't know who Monique is, she's a very popular comedian, and she was on the Fallen State. Jesse interviewed her a while ago, some years back. And it's so deep because when a real man is present, like she said, he's not dealing with the boss up stuff, right? Like the woman trying to boss up, he's not dealing with that. And the woman knows he's not dealing with that. And because she sees that he's not dealing with that, she doesn't want to boss up. Like he almost breaks that barrier just by being that real man. And she can't help but become subject to it if she's really trying to overcome, right? She's really trying to work on herself. She can't help but just appreciate that and find her way to her true nature as a woman. Isn't that amazing? So all men have to do is focus on yourself. Focus on yourself and overcome and learn how to grow into manhood. And by default, the women will just fall into place because they recognize a real man, and they'll recognize that that's not their place, that's your place. And they won't want to try to, if they're a decent person, they won't want to try to compete with you because they're just like so in awe of you being a man, and they just appreciate that they're allowed to be a woman. I'm done. But us men got to overcome. We got to overcome, y'all. We got to overcome. Not overcome for the women or overcome for anybody, but overcome because it's the right thing to do. Become a man. And for a woman to overcome as well, to become a woman, to find her true nature. That's the only way. But when men do it, when men lead the way, the women follow. The women follow. The women follow. You can't make them follow. You can't tell them to follow. You can't beat them into submission. You just got to be that, and they'll just fall in line. And if she don't fall in line, the next one will. And if she don't fall in line, it'll keep going. But guess what? When all the ones that aren't falling in line and they're leaving with seeds that you planted. So one day, they'll think about it and recognize it when they're ready to overcome, and they'll be like, wow. They'll have that there. That's all I had to say, y'all. That's it. I got to end, but let me just get to a couple super chats. Lamps on Buy Me a Coffee says, saving marriages around the world. Big up. I don't know if I'm saving marriages, but I'm just speaking on what I believed and see to be true. And because I'm working on what's going on in my life and learning from my situations. But I appreciate that, Lamps, with the donuts. A few donuts. Thank you, Lamps. Matthew says, the devil is always trying to give me the blank blank. What the? Imagine having that many problems. Polyamorous sounds like hell, right? It's hard for people to deal with one person. How you gonna have a bunch of people? Because it's about sex. It's not about having multiple wives because it's holy. It's not. It's about some type of ego gratification. You know what I'm saying? And then on YouTube, Chris sent a super chat with a little bird giving a thumbs up. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. And I always see you in the chat as well, Chris. So I know you're a constant supporter of Bond. So right on, Chris. Back at you. I gotta end. I'm done. Look, we got it all done, y'all. We made it happen in an hour. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Instagram, I appreciate you guys as well. YouTube, amazing stuff. The calls were great. I hope that all made sense. Follow me across the board, Joel Friday TV. I'm back here tomorrow for another episode of whatever. Who knows what we'll get into. But subscribe, share, like, so we can get the message out, y'all. I gotta go. See y'all later. Bye.